So UFC Houston just wrapped up. Sean Strickland finished Anthony Hernandez in the third round. Let's do a recap of this fight and the whole card. Starting off, of course, the main event. Strickland versus Hernandez. Like I said, just got finished in the third round. It was a knee to the body, right to that fluffy little belly. Look at those love handles. It was just jiggling the whole time. You know? Knee to the body and then just hurt him, got him against the fence and just fucking rained it on, poured it on, knocked him down, and that was it. I went with Fluffy. Started off with Strickland. I remember if you guys watched the prediction video, I was like, oh, Fluffy, Strickland, Fluffy, Strickland. Oh, let me just go Fluffy. I should have stuck with Strickland. I had Strickland for a while. I let some people sway me because if you didn't, again, if you watched the prediction video, you know I didn't watch film for any of these fights. I was sick all week. I was shitting myself, so I didn't watch film. Damn. But it kind of went as predicted on Sean's end. Because I said whoever controls the pace will win this. And I said the way Sean Strickland will do that is obviously jab, teep. He didn't even teep that much. He was just kind of boxing, which a teep does make sense not to do teep. It was kind of like Justin against Patty, where he didn't leg kick as much. Like one of his good weapons. He didn't do it as much because it could benefit the opponent. Teep a lot. It benefits Fluffy, lifts up your leg, whatever. But basically, the thing with this fight was just Strickland jab, and then when Fluffy comes in, get out of the way, circle left. That was it. It was a very simple game plan. It's Fluffy. I saw from the beginning, from the first couple minutes, I was like, I should have picked Sean. I should have stayed with Sean. Like literally from the first 2 minutes, a minute and a half. I remember it was 3:37 left in the first round. I say, should have went with Fluffy. Should have went with Strickland. I said that. Should have went with Strickland. I was like, damn, Fluffy's not gonna be able to do anything because the way Fluffy went, it's flirt, and he did it 2 or 3 times where he kind of did his old thing where he comes in, miss, whiff shots, and then tried to get a takedown against the fence. That didn't work against Strickland. It was so predictable. I was like, takedown incoming. So that's what it was the whole fight. Fluffy didn't really look good, in my opinion. It was a close fight. Could have been 1-1 going into the third. I had a 2-0, but it just because Sean Strickland makes it close on all these fights, but just the way it was going, I'm like, this was one-sided because Strickland's doing exactly what he wants. Fluffy's not doing what he wants at all. Strickland controlled the pace of this fight. They just jab, circle out, and that was it. And then knee to the body, and that was it. Got him out of there. So Strickland puts himself back in the title contention, honestly. Fluffy, this was supposed to be his fight to win, get a title shot. Maybe RDR, because this is interesting now, because that RDR fight is very intriguing. Now, maybe you get that done if RDR wins, but I think RDR might lose. We'll see against Kyle Brallo. But whatever, back to this fight. I think Strickland put himself back in the title contention because I thought we would have had Imavov and Khamzat made by now, but maybe if Khamzat's staying down, they were waiting for this one, especially the performance Strickland had. I was saying that in some of my videos on TikTok. If Strickland had a good ass performance, a dominant performance, maybe he can get the finish. They would maybe give him the title shots because he has a beef with Khamzat, which I think is still a very intriguing fight. They should give it to Imavov, but it would have been perfect to have the Imavov fight ready for May. But I also saw reports of Khamzat moving up to fight Yuri, and the UFC is actually considering that. So Khamzat's healed from his foot, and it's weird because it's Ramadan right now, so maybe he'd move up a weight class during Ramadan. That doesn't make a lot of sense. They could also do this at the White House if it's vacant. I'll say that. If it's a vacant, no, but Strickland said he doesn't want to fight the White House, so never mind. But if it was vacant, Imavov, Strickland 2 at the White House, but I think Strickland might get a title shot off of this. I don't think he should. I think he could wait out. I wish they would have had Imavov, Khamzat ready to go by May. That could be headline a fight card in May, and then Strickland waits out till the end of the year and fights that. But great performance from Strickland. Fluffy looked shit in my opinion. He would lose to DDP, lose to a healthy RDR, lose to Imavov. Kyle Brallo would be interesting. Khamzat would obviously destroy him. Yeah, so I don't know. I was never that high on Fluffy, but a dumb pick by me, you know. Co-main event was 1 minute 19 seconds. That's perfect timing because fucking Jeff Neal got the snot knocked out of him against Eros Medic. So this fight, it wasn't really anything crazy at the start. I mean, it was only 1 minute 20 seconds, nothing crazy, blah blah blah, and then nothing big happened. And then Eros Medic lands a right hand, hurts Jeff Neal, not hurts Jeff Neal, but like stuns him a little bit, and then kind of pressures him. Jeff Neal throws back. They come in again, and then Eros Medic lands like 2 tight hooks, but the second one landed clean, knocked Jeff Neal out, just folded him, just like how he looked against Prates. It sucks for Jeff Neal. I really like Jeff Neal, but his chin's gone, it's washed, and Eros Medic made it clean and easy. Gets himself in the rankings. Caught out. They need to put him on that Serbia card, 100%. Maybe not. Hopefully not a main event. I don't want to see a Eros Medic main event. I'm sorry. Co-main or something. Puts like, I don't know who you could put on that card, but don't, because they just made 2. They have some shit main events coming up. This shouldn't even have been a co-main. Good fight, but shouldn't have been a co-main. So put him on the Serbia card. Maybe that could be a co-main against a ranked opponent. He called out Leon, which is interesting. You know, I think he could KO Leon, but I don't know. I don't know who he gets, honestly. I was thinking Buckley, but Buckley's fighting Brady now. Main event in the Apex, but good performance from Medic. Gets a knockout win in 1 minute 20 seconds over Jeff Neal. Wow. Okay, Marcos Alcasta versus Danny Gay. This fight, again, short fight, only 5 minutes, basically 5 minutes. Marcos Alcasta was landing accurate. Danny Gay got a takedown. Marcos Alcasta was able to get back up. But Marcos Alcasta was able to counter well. His timing was very nice. He landed some big shots. I was feeling a KO when I saw these because some of his kicks were landing nicely. I'm like, okay. I think he hurt Danny Gay at one point before the knockout. But he was looking very good. Marcos Alcasta, very clean and accurate, precise. And then I think he might have broke Danny Gay's jaw. Because when Danny Gay went down after the spinning back kick to the jaw, like the left side, where the heel landed right here, he might have broke that. Danny Gay just looked, had this look on his face, and they stopped it. They could have given him more time, 4 seconds, but that's a lot of time to just get rained on. So, good stoppage in my opinion. It was good. It could have been, wasn't late, slightly early, you could say. Slightly early in my opinion. Marcos Alcasta gets it done, easy money. You know, he looked big in there as well. Maybe you get next. I think Pitbull is probably next for him. I don't think Pitbull has a fight coming up. I don't think, but everyone around that. You have Josh Emmett. He called out Dio Lopez. That's too big of a jump. Maybe an Arnold Allen, because Arnold Allen's like number 7. Pitbull's 11. You just beat 14. I think Pitbull probably is next. Maybe if they go to Brazil anytime soon, but they probably won't. Yeah, I think Pitbull could be next. Because everyone else is like Zalal, Steve Garcia. They need to fight up. They can't fight down. So I think Pitbull will probably be next. Maybe Arnold Allen. Next up, Sergey Spivak. You know, he's a great fighter. You know, versus Ante Delija, the triple nipple. Sergey Spivak gets it done, bro. This is a good fight. They actually look fast and sharp, these guys. Sergey Spivak didn't really get the wrestling in until the later on in the third round, but I felt first round it was close, but Spivak just landed better. His jab was working. He cut open Delija. And Delija, especially in the first round, he was just predictable in my opinion. He's just looking for that big shot, just load into a big shot, and Spivak was able to move well. He looked sharp in the boxing. He does have good boxing. I kind of underestimate that. I remember his fight. I don't remember his fight with Waldo that much, but that was a good fight right there. Delija felt early he was looking for a big shot, and he found it in the second almost. The second round, he did hurt Spivak, almost finished him, but Spivak's had a great chin on him. I thought Spivak was done. Delija landed some clean hooks to the chin. Didn't get him out of there. And then the third round, I thought so it was 1-1 going to the third, and Spivak was just landing cleaner. cutting up Delija. Nice jab. Delija could have got some low kicks going. I don't know why he didn't when Spivak's circling to the left. You have a right fucking leg coming. Boom, just do that. But, I mean, I guess not. Yeah, I think Delija. I picked Delija, but, you know, two losses in a row. Not too bad competition. Waldo and Spivak are both great. Not great, but good. Waldo's great. I love Waldo. Spivak's a good good fighter. He's a great fighter, you know. But Delija, I don't know what's next for him. Spivak. Delija. I thought because fucking Jonathan Almeida finished Spivak. I thought Delija would be a bit better, but I guess not. I guess not, man. Delija, I was kind of high on him after the Marcin Tybura performance, but looking at these last two opponents, Waldo and then especially Spivak, because Waldo, I know what Waldo's capable of. Spivak, I kind of forgot, man. People forget, man, you know. But Spivak he looked a lot slicker than I remember and cleaner in the boxing than I remember and fast. So I guess I underestimated Marcin Tybura. That fight looked like it looked like he just woke up and he was off 5 melatonins. Like he took 5 melatonin pills or whatever, like 30 milligrams of melatonin, whatever the fuck the dose is. I don't know. But that's what he looked like in that fight against Ante Delija. Literally not like he wouldn't be there. I was the slowest fucking person I've ever seen enter an octagon. But Spivak, good win, you know. Next up, Jacoby Smith versus Josiah Harrell, a brutal knockout. Fucking muscle hamster, bro. This guy is a little tank. He's 5'7", which is obviously terrible at welterweight. Jacoby Smith is a tank. Look at this physique, bro. This guy's not not juiced up, bro. But in this fight, Jacoby Smith kind of controlled it the whole time. Josiah Harrell stepped up on pretty short notice, so props to him. We got bad brain damage, which he already had a brain problem that the UFC found like 3 years ago. Props to him though. He looked decent. Jesus Christ, he's so stubby. He's the build of like a 5'3" man. I mean, he's not even that far off. He's 5'7". What am I saying? But Jacoby Smith looked good with the hands. His body kicks looked good. He had a nice little pace. You know, the scrambles were nice, but the main thing was the finishing sequence. The reversal. Josiah Harrell tried to take him down. He had a nice, super athletic reversal. Gets on top. I think he got him in a crucifix. And had some short elbows. And then had some big ground and pound. And got him out of there. Very late stoppage too. This ref was tripping the whole night. We'll get to the Chidi and Jaquani fight. Chidi and Jaquani had his like fingers in the cage. He had his hand on the cage, fingers there. He's like, "Stop grabbing the cage! Stop grabbing it!" And then he has a terribly late stoppage here. Like Josiah Harrell, I couldn't tell on the TV that Josiah Harrell was out, but I could tell. I saw earlier, and when even the ref reacted. You know, I saw earlier. And it was hard for my angle. I'm not the ref's angle. I'm right there where I could see it clearly. So, whatever. That ref, I forget what his name is. Some fucking old-ass dude. But good win by Jacoby Smith. I think another 2 fights and then a ranking. He caught out Kevin Holland. It's weird. I mean, I like it. That's an interesting fight, honestly. That would be a cool one. Especially if they want to fight at the White House because they're both American. You know, put them on there. Nice prelim. Get Jacoby Smith a prospect. Kevin Holland a fan favorite. I think will be on there. So that's actually a good fight to make out. That's interesting. Especially it lines up with the White House. So good one to make. Great one from just Jacoby Smith. Then this fucking shit. Zach Reese versus Michelle Pereira. Bro, Michelle Pereira's ass, bro. Ass. No knockdowns recorded. Oh shit. I thought there was like 2 or at least 1 in the first from Michelle Pereira. But honestly, from this fight, I just remember kind of slop. I was studying at this point. I kind of stopped studying after this fight. I was studying I got some midterms next week. I was studying for a lot of these fights, except for Chidi and Jaquani and Carlos Leal too. But this one, I remember Zach Reese being a little more active, but Michelle Pereira kind of landing more a little bit, busting up Zach Reese. Zach Reese had blood all over him. He had black and blue on his face. And I think that's what got Michelle Pereira the nod. I thought Michelle Pereira, when I had him, I think it was a 1st and 2nd? Or 1st and 3rd? Definitely the 1st, what I had. But I don't remember the other ones. But these guys, they're not very good. The fucking heavyweights look slicker than them and faster. So that was my thing. Michelle Perry just sucks. Zach Reese is just a can. Not can, but he's just low level. Michelle Perry, bro, fall from grace. Jeez. I mean, he gets back in the win column, but whatever. Now it was a sloppy little scrap. It was good to watch. Nothing crazy to say here. These guys, no significance with this fight. They're just gonna get fed to someone else and just die. So that's all that matters. And then this fucking fight of the night, in my opinion, Chidi and Jaquani, Carlos Leal. Look at the numbers on this. 124 to 126. That's 250 strikes total. I thought it was more. These guys were just slanging. Second round, not as much. There was a lot of clinch work. Look at the total strikes compared to the 6 strikes. And round 3 was crazy. 102 strikes landed fully. 106 in the first. Wow, I thought the third one was more. But yeah, so this fight, Chidi and Jaquani comes out, just kicks. He throws like 15 different kicks in the first 30 seconds. Like crazy output. Carlos Leal is just eating them. They're not even affecting him. I think Chidi and Jaquani landed like 40 leg kicks the whole fight, which is his record, his personal record. But Carlos Leal his chin looks rejuvenated after the Chidi and Jaquani's chin looked great, but Carlos Leal as well. They both ate some huge shots. Carlos Leal was just walking forward the whole fight, just fucking throwing boxing combos. He did mix it up well to the body. I don't remember him having that well of body work, in my opinion, or from what I remember. I don't remember having him mixing it up that well to the body, to the head, but he was just walking down, body, head, body, whatever it might have been, just walking Chidi down. Chidi was also landing pretty well. Nice counters, nice kicks. Like I said, a shit ton of kicks. First round and then second round was I think that was more of a clinch fest a little bit on Carlos Leal's side. And third round, these guys were this was a little more sloppy. Just a tad more sloppy. So they were landing even bigger. And they were landing more, like significantly. But damn, these guys, their chins were just fucking going. Like their chins were just on fire. Like they didn't get rocked. I think Chidi got rocked maybe once in the whole fight. Carlos Leal, nothing. But these guys were eating big shots. Carlos Leal, I like Carlos Leal. People say he's a roid head, but I don't mind him. I like Chidi as well. I like those big lanky fighters like that. But Carlos Leal, he's fun to watch. These guys are both fun to watch. This is a great fight. One of the best fights of the year so far. I know we only had 4 cards, but great fight. Great way to end off the prelims, because the prelims were a little shaky. The main card was good. Like if you look at the main card again, this fight was okay. This one was a great finish. Because before the main card, we barely got any finishes. This was these first 3 fights were decent. This one was pretty good. Great finish. Decent little scrap here. Good, but then nasty KO, and then nice finish. Not KO, but not nasty. It was good. So then we had Ode Osborne and Libby Idris. I fucking picked Ode Osborne, dude. This card, man. I could have done way better. I went 7 for 14. Could have done way fucking better, dude. I'm just pissed. I want to do good. I want to do good in these cards. So hopefully Mexico next week. I haven't even taken a look at what else is on the card other than the main event. I'll take a look in a minute. Ode versus Libby Idris. The fucking Ode problem where he can't defend a takedown and can't get up. That's exactly what happened here. Libby Idris also was just very active on the feet. I thought Ode could have went a little more with the body kicks, more body work. I don't remember this fight too much, but I thought Ode had it. He had a lot of spurts where I was like, okay, now he's got it. But then Libby just a little more active on the feet, landing more, and then the takedowns were the difference. He got a lot of control when it was needed. And that's kind of what most people expected. I expected Ode to come out there. I underrated Libby. Overrated Ode. Not overrated Ode, I don't think. But I think just underrated Libby, who's pretty good in his own right. But I maybe have to go back and watch that Joseph Morales fight and kind of refresh my memory a little bit, or just prove myself right or wrong, because I thought Libby Idris was ass. Not ass, but little shit. So, whatever. Who cares? Fuck it. Good win for him. And Auden Correa versus Luis Guru. Like, these fights were, before the Carlos Leal, this one was just whatever. This one, same thing. It was kind of these were both uneventful decisions. This one was a little bit better. This one was a little bit better of a scrap. Auden Correa looked nice. Slick boxing. Hurt Guru. I thought he could have chased a finish a little more, but whatever. This is Josh Van's training partner. Main training partner. it was a good fight. I mean, just Alan Carrera is kind of piecing up Luis Garul. Luis Garul is good, but he was just at a speed disadvantage. I think Luis Garul is great. He's decent. Like, he's a good fighter. Though. I think he's flyweights. There's not really shitty flyweights. Luis Garul is pretty decent, but he's 0-3 in the UFC. Probably gonna get cut, which sucks because I think he has a good skill set. But just unfortunate. Alan Carrera looks really good. He has slick boxing. Slick combos, slick good work, decent bit of power. He looks a little weird in this picture. I don't know, his head looks a little big. But a good fight from him. Nothing much to say. Like I said, I didn't pay too much attention. Jocelyn Edwards versus Nora Cornell. Oh my god. This was nasty. Bro, if you didn't see this, Nora Cornell got fucking slammed on her shoulder. You hear her cry. Bro, I'm cringing at this shit, dude. I've always cringed from like collarbone injuries. I had to be a collarbone injury. Bro, she gets slammed on her right side. Oh. She gets slammed on her right side. You hear a crack. You hear a fucking crack. In the fight footage, in the replay, you hear a crack. And Jocelyn Edwards landed some ground and pound, put her in a rear naked choke, and then got her out of there. Nora Cornell was in immense pain. Bro, it's disgusting. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. Just know that shit was nasty. You hear the crack. These injuries right here are disgusting to me, and they make me fucking cringe. Holy. And Rahamez Brahimaj, if 4 more fights ago. Rahamez Brahimaj versus Punahele Soriano. Fucking. Again, I almost went with Soriano, but I could have went 10-4 if I picked. I almost picked Soriano. I should have picked Alibi. Dude, I could have went 11-3. I had Soriano at first. I had Alibi. I should have went with Alibi. I had Ode. I had Liao first and had Strickland first. Any other fights that I could have I want to sway? No, I wouldn't have Jordan Levitt. I had Michelle Pereira. That was a last second good change. I did not have Eros. Oh, fuck this. Fuck this shit. But Rames Brahimaj, I don't remember this fight much. It was kind of boring. But Brahimaj was kind of holding there, if I remember correctly. Looked good in the striking early on. I do remember a little bit early on. Rames Brahimaj looked decent in the striking. Like, he was mixing it up. I felt like he was mixing it up better than Soriano a little more. But Soriano kind of started to impose his will, defend the grappling a little bit, or a good amount, and just hurt him on the feet and just land way more. I think he hurt him in the third. Brahimaj got some control. I think the first round was Brahimaj. Second round was close, but I give it to Soriano. And third round was definitely Soriano. I think that's when he hurt him, and then Brahimaj got some control. But yeah, another good win for Soriano, who fucking knocked out Medic. Soriano could get good. There's a good step up, I think, right outside the rankings. Would be good for him. But yeah, nothing crazy from this fight as well. It was kind of a boring one. And Phil Rowe versus Labos Noyani. Phil Rowe, dude. Phil Rowe beat himself this fight. Labos Noyani was good. I really like Labos Noyani's entries. He has good ground and pound as well from the takedowns. He had some good single leg attempts here. Labos Noyani, I like his entries. Especially, I was saying this in the breakdown. I'm like, I feel like Phil Rowe is not that great with range as he should be. He's 6'3", but I feel like Labos Noyani, being the shorter, stockier, and he's athletic, I think I'll allow him to get some good openings. So he had some nice hooks, nice uppercuts, close the distance, land some good straight shots. It was very nice performance from Labos Noyani. He's short, but Phil Rowe is also a giant for the division. Good performance from him. I didn't split decision was crazy in my opinion. Phil Rowe just beats himself, bro. Kick more, front kicks, teeps, and fucking jab, dude. Like, Phil Rowe has the skills. He has the skills. Maybe not the off his back ability, but bro, like, just jab. Use your length. He should have won this fight. Like, 8.5-inch reach event. That's a lot, bro. You should have jabbed him the fuck up. Oh, but he did. And the times he was jabbing, and the times he was letting go. I remember at the end of the third, I think, or end of one of the rounds, he let go a little bit, and he was landing so well on Labos Noyani. He landed well on him a lot. Whenever he let go, he landed well, but it was just like, he's just kind of there. He's not, I don't know what his fucking coaches are telling him, but it's like, bro, jab, stick to a jab. Get some front kicks. I know front kicks might open up the takedowns, but try it a little bit. and just let your hands go a little more, bro. Let your hands go. But whatever, bro. JPL gets the win by decision, as I predicted. So. Then the fucking Monkey King, Jordan Levitt. I like Jordan Levitt, but I didn't expect him to win this fight against Yair Deval. Yair Deval. This is what we got. This is what I saw this fight. Jordan Levitt was able to take him down pretty easily. 50 out of 4 for 8 is pretty decent. He was able to control him when Yair was in the guard or when Yair was on his back. He was able to control him well. And then on the feet, Yair Deval didn't really throw because he didn't really be aggressive. He should have went more aggressive, but Jordan Levitt was able. It's like, bro, Jordan Levitt's winning the fight. He also got some good ground pound, Jordan Levitt. But if Jordan Levitt's winning the fight, why do you say he's like, Yair Deval is complaining like, yo, let's fight, which I agree. You should maybe throw a little more, Jordan Levitt. But Jordan Levitt kept doing this the whole time. He's like, but it's like, bro, you can't cut off the fucking cage. You can't get in his range. Why is he gonna, like, what, is he just gonna let you win, bro? Like, come on. And then he started slapping it. Jordan Levitt started slapping his ass, spanking him at the end. Dude, investigate Yair Deval. He was already in the thing with Isaac Dogarian. I knew this was gonna be a bad night. After the fucking 405 favorite gets shut out. I'm like, dude, by Jordan Levitt, bro. Levitt's decent, but he's not fucking shutting out. Shouldn't shut you out, bro. A 405 favorite. This pissed me the fuck off. Like, this moment is when I was like, okay, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. That's what happened. I fucked my ass on the card. They fucked me. And Carly Judias gets the decision win over Juliana Miller. Juliana Miller kind of lost in the feet. As you can see, doubled her strikes over that. Went for takedowns. Didn't really get any. Almost got her in a nice rear naked choke, I think, in the third. Almost got Carly Judice out of there. But Judice was able to fight the hands well. She fought the legs a little bit, and she was able to turn away from the choke and got out of it. And then on the feet, just pieced up Juliana Miller, and that's it. So not much to say about this fight. I don't really care. So those are my full card breakdown or reaction to Fluffy versus Strickland. Pretty good card, up and downs. But once we get to that Chitty and Leal fight, nothing too boring, like crazy boring, but just uneventful prelims. Once we get to Chitty and Leal, that was amazing. And then the card after that was great, especially the main card, which is what we like to see. I think I remember Noche, the one in the Lopez Silva card. That Noche was great prelims, shit main card, but good main event. So whatever. Rather good main card. Those are my picks and predict. Or fucking hell, dude. That's my full card reaction to UFC Fight Night, Strickland versus Hernandez in Houston. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.